William Shakespeare wrote around 37 plays. Born in 1564, Shakespeare was a prolific author and entertainer and became a global force of literature, lighting up the Elizabethan stage. Artists needed sponsors, and back in those days, these showmen were supported by various lords. Shakespeare worked for a group of men known as the Lord Chamberlain's men, which was founded in 1594. After Lord Chamberlain died, his son took over the troop, and they were known briefly as Lord Hunsdon's men. Later, this son himself became Lord Chamberlain, and they got back to their original name, Lord Chamberlain's men. Later, the post of Lord Chamberlain created a lot of trouble for the playwrights, as he became in charge of censorship. Plays needed his approval to be staged until the Theatres Act was passed in 1968, abolishing censorship. After Queen Elizabeth's death in 1603, Shakespeare's company was given a royal patent that renamed this group as the King's Men, named so after King James I. Richard Burbage played most of the lead roles, including Hamlet, Othello, King Lear, and Macbeth. From 1594, the players performed at the theatre in Shoreditch. This was the first permanent theatre in London and was managed by a guy called James Burbage, the father of Robert Burbage. Problems with the landlord caused the company to move to the nearby Curtain Theatre in 1597. There were other theatres such as the one at Newington Butts, the Rose, and the Swan, which became popular during the time. The Lord Chamberlain's men later removed the wood from the theatre and built a theatre south of the River Thames on a land owned by the guy called Thomas Brent. The Globe Theatre was thus established in 1599. This theatre was destroyed in fire in 1613. A second theatre was built in 1614, and it too was closed down in 1642, when all the theatres in London were banned from functioning under the new Puritan regime. They were considered as indecent and as morally corrupting influence on the people. In 1660, after the English Restoration brought King Charles II to effective power in England, the theatrical ban was lifted. Under a new licensing system, 2 London theatres with royal patents were opened, the King's Company and the Duke's Company. What happened to the Globe? The Globe had to wait for another 355 years, when in 1997, a new theatre named the Shakespeare Globe was opened in London, near the old location. Can you guess the motto of the Shakespeare Globe? Totus mundus agit histrionem. This was taken from a quote said by a Roman courtier named Petronius, who was active during the time of the fiddle-playing Roman Emperor Nero. Petronius was the author of Satyricon. Coming back to the motto of Shakespeare's Globe, what does it mean? What does Totus mundus agit histrionem mean? It means all the world's a stage. This line was made popular by Jaques in As You Like It.